Hey everybody, this is Alan Torres. I am a designer and supervisor at Cantina Creative, and today I'm going to give you guys a little insight on the pixel transition that we created for the God's Eye and Furious 7. The device involved to be this more chaotic and calculating beast. It was filled with energy, like we're watching it process, think, and solve. And an element that was introduced was this transitioning pixel grid. They gave it this awesome textural quality. That pixel transition element became a really prominent asset to reveal various data or transition you in and out of this God's Eye realm. So I put together a kind of simplified version of that transition in After Effects that I'll kind of run you guys through quickly. So starting off here, at our base form is a shape layer, and in that shape layer we start with just a rectangle. That's our hero shape, and that's going to just get repeated and offset and create some cool looks. From there we attach our repeater, and this gets animated. You find your ins and outs like that. From there it gets duplicated to fit whatever comp ratio you're working in until you get cool transitioning white. So comp out from there, you take all those that pre-comped wipe and you duplicate and offset it again. One more out. This is simply just your matte conform, because we're going to treat this thing as a kind of a vessel in between various elements and assets. So in our hero comp, this is kind of the meat and potatoes of this element. We first begin with this pre-rendered text graphic, and this was an early piece of development for the God's Eye, but just for demo's sake. It's nice and light, so we'll use that. So straight away we want to kind of make this a little more interesting, and taking that pixel transition comp and using it as a luma over this pre-render, immediately you start to see some imperfections, and this is going to serve as kind of both a reveal and the connection between the wipe. From there we'll duplicate up that same pixel transition comp and overlay it. So now you can see where the two are kind of merging together to reveal that text. The last bit, I'm going to adjust this a little bit here, is all of our adjustment layers. All these guys here. They all serve a different purpose in creating a more fragmented look and reveal, but I'll go through one of these setups. They're all repeated the same, only with different effects applied. So here we have the wiggle, but there's blurs, we got a mosaic effect, different exposures, and then an overall shift in scale. So essentially what it is, our top adjustment layer here houses a fractal noise, and that has a simple time expression attached to the evolution, which looks like this. So very simple, but the results are pretty cool. And this process here gets repeated throughout all of the top adjustment layers. They serve as mats for the underlying effects. So below that, this is the effect adjustment layer, and in this particular case it's a wiggle. So just applying a simple wiggle expression to the position of this particular mat will give it this nice cool vibrating effect as these repeated cubes kind of wipe the screen. so. So if we go down the list here, you're going to see just exactly what each effect is doing. So that's our blur. That's our mosaic. That's our underexposure, overexposure, and scale. But once you see it in motion, you see that it creates a really cool transitioning effect. And that's kind of a little behind the scenes of our God's Eye pixel grid. Hope you guys enjoyed that. For more cool work and demos, please visit cantinacreative.com.